thing a photographer can have is the subject matter. I mean, the rest of it is just all a small game. When the subject matter is big, you're lucky. And this subject matter is big, you know, it's big and rich and luscious and fun and cheerful and stuff and sorry, you know. Funerals are not always pretty, you know, but they're pretty here. This is as serious a group of pictures I've ever made.
Friedlander got off the streets and into musicians' homes following jazz scholars Dick Allen and Bill Russell, who were collecting interviews for a new jazz archive at Tulane University. Friedlander calls his pictures from those years the jazz people of New Orleans.
Well, the whole lifestyle of New Orleans interested me, and I particularly the culture that used music so much in their culture, you know. It was very exotic to me. And it was a wonderful place to cut one's teeth.
Michael Smith started following the music in the late 60s as a Tulane student and volunteer photographer for campus communications. His first leads into the traditional music community came through friends at the Jazz Archive, and he found himself photographing his first jazz funerals, those of famed clarinetist George Lewis and drummer Paul Barbaran. 25 years later, Smith is still on the streets with more enthusiasm than ever, observing, photographing, enjoying not just the music, but the cultural environment surrounding it. He calls it a visual jam, and his goal is recording that jam on film.
In any event, you might have instruments, you have people dancing, you'll have the things that people wear, you'll have the variation between the attitudes of the people that are actively participating and the attitudes of those that are observing. Even when I'm tight up on somebody, I don't want sky because that's not telling me much. Or I'm always very aware of the background because I want the background to say something that contributes to the image. When I photograph, my intent is to fill each frame as completely as possible with information.
Smith's photographic gaze goes beyond jazz bands and second-line parades to cover gospel and vernacular church music, traditional black Mardi Gras Indian music, and urban folk life generally. His photographs are a celebration of the culture that uses music. For Philip Gould, living outside Lafayette and photographing across South Louisiana, music means Cajun music in Zydeco. Gould first came to Louisiana as a photojournalism graduate with a job on a small-town newspaper, but found he was happiest when shooting something big in mind. Like Friedlander and Smith, he found something big in Louisiana and in the rural lifestyles that used music too, especially for dancing. He found music in the homes, in the clubs, and music at festivals. Gould now calls himself a photojournalist and a cultural documentarian.
To me, documentary photography is just photographing what's there, and what makes one a successful documentarian is to be able to see what's there in ways that other people don't see it. A good example is the Canray Fontenot photograph, because I know Canray has a public persona with glasses and smiling teeth and just being Yahoo, good times and everything, but also there's a very serious side to him as well, which to me in a lot of ways is the real, is half of the real Canray that we don't, and it's the half we seldom see.
Gould's feeling for Louisiana music and musicians shines through in all his photographs, from revealing landscapes to straightforward portraits to stylistic images, like what he calls his cosmic Cajun. He says he feels a tremendous power in the grassroots in Louisiana, and his photos transmit the energy and power of grassroots Louisiana music. Friedlander, Smith, and Gould are just three of many photographers captivated by Louisiana's unique musical cultures. Those working before them left a visual record of the past. Those working today are creating a record for the future. Their photographs have value far beyond the enjoyment of making them or viewing them. Together, they bear witness to the diversity, vitality, and continuity of Louisiana's musical and photographic traditions.